Hello, and welcome back to Daddy's Bingo. I am GoblinBot. And now, live from the Goblin Bunker, it's Paul Tamayo and Tim Rogers.
Wow, thank you so much, GoblinBot. We really appreciate that glorious entrance.
Yeah,
What an entrance.
We got a robot in here. There was a vacuum cleaner, and I turned it into a robot with my expert electrical skills. So
It's
let me
true.
just—I got to say something up front, real high up top. I
Hit me
just
with
have
that
to
high
say
top.
this. First of all, is that Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah.
Second of all, if it sounds like bingo and it looks like bingo,
You already know what time it is.
you might want to look in the rearview mirror. Somewhere behind you, in the distance, perhaps behind a dumpster,
What's that?
may lurk a daddy. If you see him, you know what time it is.
Boom.
Daddy's Bingo live from the Goblin Bunker.
Welcome, everybody. Happy
I'm a
Friday.
stupid freak, and I'm here to die. It's Friday.
It's Friday. Friday ends your life.
This is my whole impression of a... Man, I don't want to hate, first of all, not hating. My whole impression of streaming video games for a living. First
Yeah.
of all, I would love to do that. I would love it
Would
if my...
you?
Yeah. I think I actually would love it if my job was just playing video games on a stream all day and saying dumb stuff. But I realize in order to do that, I know that it's not just playing video games all day. It's you've got to play them well. You have to have an interesting perspective.
You've got to be a ninja.
Have to be an expert. You got to be you've got to be a ninja. Oh my god. You got to be a ninja.
Oh, God, the Moobot's wrong.
Yeah, Moobot is just wrong.
Moobot, just don't listen to Moobot.
Yeah, listen to GoblinBot.
Listen to GoblinBot. That's the only GoblinBot you need to listen to.
Paul and Tim are playing The Division 2 by Tom Clancy.
Thank you, GoblinBot.
GoblinBot's voice
We
changed a
appreciate
little bit.
that. Yeah. We really appreciate it, GoblinBot.
So, my impression of streaming is that you have to be like good at the game, have an interesting perspective, have interesting stuff to say, have a valuable personality, have good jokes. So I don't know. I mean, clearly, like, I could probably play. Here's what I decided. I know a whole lot about PlayStation 1 Japanese role-playing games. I know an extreme amount about those.
Right.
So I could stream those all day. But I don't know how I could make money off of that.
I don't know if I have like the mental fortitude to stream every day, like all day basically. That's a lot of, I mean, it sounds like dumb, but it's a lot.
I was easing into it
Right.
to a point where I was doing 3 or 4 hours a day, and I realized a lot of streamers do like 4 or 5, 6 hours a day.
Yeah.
And it's mentally taxing.
Yeah. Like I do it for an hour most days and I'm like, I'm done. Get out of here.
Yeah. I think an hour is good. I think 3 hours, 4 hours is good. I mean, I think 3 or 4 hours is like
Ideal, right?
yeah. So I was doing a thing where I was playing through all the campaign video games, all the new hot campaign video games, just one at a time on my streams, and I was doing it in like 3 or 4 hour chunks and kind of stumbling around, telling some jokes. I don't know if I mean, yeah, again. Someone says if I started streaming, they'd give me my Twitch Prime sub. Thanks.
Thanks, man. I mean, I'm not getting any money out of that, but thank you though.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks from both of us.
Yeah, I mean, why not? And especially GoblinBot.
GoblinBot
really
loves
appreciates
when the Twitch Prime streams come.
Yeah.
Twitch Prime subs. If you have Amazon Prime, everybody, if you actually have it, you can use that to log into your Twitch, and you have Twitch Prime. Some people don't know this. I see people being surprised about this, like on Twitter, like every day. No, okay, maybe not every day. Like once a week, I see someone being surprised. I didn't know I had Twitch Prime. And then I see there's a lot of streamers who will stream, hey, if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can be a Twitch Prime member.
Right.
And then you can get your favorite streamer paid by clicking the Twitch Prime sub.
Hit that button.
So if you're watching this, don't hit that button for us. Hit it for like a person who streams full time, and that's like,
true.
That's like their day job.
Yeah, hit that other button.
Go to like there are people out there who just play Castlevania Bloodlines like 4 hours a day, and it's amazing.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
I followed that guy on Twitter, and I've replied to a couple of his tweets, and he just ignores
Oh,
me.
thanks, Gamer Hank Hill. Appreciate that.
He has
Give me them Bezos bucks.
He has so many fewer Twitter followers than me, the guy who streams Castlevania Bloodlines every day. And I watch his streams, and I'm like, I'd be friends with this guy, but he doesn't seem to want to be friends with me. So,
Well, speaking of friends and making friends in the wonderful city of Washington, D.C.,
big WDC.
we're playing Division 2 private beta today. I'm going to just show off a bunch of the missions near your settlements, what they're called.
Saving private beta.
Exactly. Here's the White House. Maybe we'll take a trip over there and show you this totally not political video game.
Oh, let me see that big W.
Big W. You want to see that big Dub H?
Look at that Ubisoft map UI.
It's nice. It's cute.
You ever
See-
wonder how they can
at that.
crank out games so fast? The answer is have a whole lot of the work done all the time.
Yeah.
So much of the work is done for
Oh, I'm
them.
going the wrong way.
I mean, they got to change the colors of the map and everything. But I've actually never played the original Division.
I played the entire the main campaign, and then I played it for like a few months afterwards. But then it, like most service games, and I've talked about this on stream and videos before. Like most service games, they failed to grab me for the long term. Like I played like all of Destiny 2, and I played all of at least the main campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
And I just never stick with it. So but I did play I played all of the main campaign for Division 2, and I played it for a little bit after it was
Division 1?
After Division 1, yeah. I'm sorry. Look at the little dog. We're gonna be counting animals. That's one.
It's one animal. We've
One
got
animal
one
so
dog.
far.
Was that another dog?
What?
I thought I saw another dog just running behind him. Or
No, that was a
am I
human.
or my eyes gone wild today?
Oh, look at this guy. Let's take him out.
So in the future, humanity is divided, right?
Yeah, that's.
But
what it's
also
all
the
about.
good guy group is called the Division.
Mm-hmm.
Seems a little bit. How many animals was that?
Is that another one?
A flock of birds. Does that count as one animal?
Wow, he's just eating my bullets. That's the other thing about these games. So if you've played the Division 1, you'll notice that a lot of the shooting definitely feels familiar. It's Division. It's Division time. I like that. You can
It's sort of Ghost Recon.
Ooh.
It looks a lot like Ghost Recon.
Holy shit. Sorry, I just got completely. Yeah, it looks like Ghost Recon. It has that sort of methodical, over-the-shoulder, slow-paced, really heavy movement, which I think feels pretty great. Let me just pop this guy right.
It's like teamwork
Yes.
is pretty much required when you're playing this like online, right?
Yes, much like real life, teamwork makes the dream work, and you need to really party up with folks if you want to make it. Like we were talking about it. You and I were talking about it before we started streaming.
Yeah, me being entirely hypothetical because I had yet to actually look at it.
Yeah, but you hit on an interesting point of like this kind of feels like a sport, where like in a lot of ways sometimes you do feel like a quarterback, or you feel like someone sort of calling the plays and watch these guys on the right, or I'm gonna flank this way, and a lot of times when you're doing the actual missions and stuff, they are these very guided experiences where you're going down hallways or you enter an auditorium and like here's where the battle happens, and the doors that you can't quite reach are where the enemies will spawn from. So you do have to like communicate a lot, obviously, and just say
So
hey.
I've played Ghost Recon.
Mhm.
I've played Rainbow Six. Love that new Rainbow Six. I've played. There's some rats, my little buddies.
Oh, that's two animals.
Yeah. Oh man, they just disappeared. I played Rainbow Six. I played Ghost Recon. I played Splinter Cell. So I played a lot of these Tom Clancy shooters. I just haven't gotten into the Division.
3.
Is that a fox?
That was
I
like a
know
raccoon.
It's a
I
raccoon.
think,
It's
yeah,
like a red raccoon. They evolved after the apocalypse. I guess the reason I didn't play the Division didn't interest me so much
4.
is I'm not exactly a realism monger in real
Mhm.
life, but it's like it's kind of like a little bit flaky for me that it's an apocalypse. What was the apocalypse? Was it a virus? Was
yeah, it was a virus initially that was placed on like currency, so dollar bills, and I think it happened on Black Friday, the holiest of days in America.
Is this the real plot? That's great.
That's the real plot, yeah.
It reminds me of a Jack Reacher novel. Lee Child is not Tom Clancy though, so
Oh,
I've read almost every Tom Clancy novel. I think every Tom Clancy novel.
see, so you'll see like a lot of it requires you to dip into cover, really think about your position in relation to where they are, try not to get flanked as best as you can. So that's when it really makes sense to play with others if you can.
Yeah.
And if you see here, I'm playing on PS4 Pro, by the way. When I hold down X, he automatically goes into the next spot. If I hold down the stick in either direction, he sort of
You can
move
trace
around.
very precise cover movement.
Right. Yeah, so that still feels really like rock solid.
Yeah, it seems to me, again,
close
being a
doors.
person who didn't play the first one, it seems a lot like they put some Rainbow Six into Gears of War
Mm-hmm.
and then made it a Destiny.
Yeah.
So it's like
Sounds
Destiny
about
for
right.
sports fans. Is like
100%.
what I was. That was like my understanding of it. Was that it's Destiny for sports fans.
There he is.
I mean, not that sports fans don't play Destiny. Someone is
Right.
saying in the chat it's weird how they keep making Tom Clancy games so long after he died. Yeah, but on the other hand, he like never really wrote the stories to any of the games that had his
Yeah.
name on them when he
That's
was alive.
Kind of bizarre.
Yeah, he was such. So Tom Clancy has an interesting placement among the Hall of Fame of genre writers. Was that another rat?
That's
I got to
5.
get this on my
Xbox One X.
yeah, so that I can just count the rats. Get up close to my TV, get gritty with the rats.
HDR rats.
Yeah, just get filthy. Get my eyes filthy on those digital rats.
High dynamic rats.
High dynamic rat. Yeah, big high dog rats. So Tom Clancy is interesting among the genre champions in that his style was it was I wouldn't say it's an inimitable style, but he had a certain way of combining themes and such where pretty much anybody who had studied his works on like a scholarly level would be able to just kind of take over. He left a legacy that someone could theoretically control, much like Akira Toriyama is doing. When Akira Toriyama dies, there will be plenty of people to make original Dragon Ball looking characters. Like clearly, just because he's so iconic, right?
Yeah.
So whereas somebody like Michael Crichton's dead, poor guy.
Rip.
Yeah. I mean, like Michael Crichton's always his novels were always about different things. He thrived in variety. So
Yeah.
whereas like you can't have a game series like with Michael Crichton's name on it because you're basically just asking to do any kind of technically, logistically detailed, plausible,
Whoa.
speculative
Look at
science
that.
fiction. Oh, that's now is that UI going? No, that was smoke going wild.
6. Look at them textures popping in there.
Yeah, that
You'll see a
was
lot of that on this is the private beta, by the way. But
Is
yeah,
that
you'll
a,
see
is that
lot
a
of it.
frozen deer?
It was for a second. Oh, look, 7. Will the dog attack me? No, probably not.
Can you kill that
Just
dog?
chill. I don't know. I don't want to try.
Yeah, there were no dogs in the game Watch Dogs. Discuss that in the chat, everyone.
Yeah, everyone talk amongst yourselves. Look at this guy.
Ooh. Welcome to Creeperinosville. Population. Mannequin.
Oh. Yeah, so I mean, if you've played the Division 1, you'll notice every time you go from point to point, there are things that will happen along the way for you to engage in. So here, this group called the Hyenas.
Oh, I love
they
hyenas.
Seem to be real jerks. It is. Oh, they might see me. Bye.
Oh, 834 points. That's how much a bullet grazing the skull is worth.
Oops. Oh, hey. I
Is
also
she
have-
crazed? Is she crazed, or is she just politically motivated?
Let me pop my turret up here.
Disease or politics? That's the question we're answering here today.
Are they behind me now too? No, we're good. The turret's pretty neat because you can sort of. Oh, he tripped.
Yeah, I love little turrets.
Real good.
Do you have to collect it manually
To
to get it back, or?
I don't think so. I think it eventually runs out. It like just kind of explodes and then it's on a cooldown.
So I know for a fact because I've worked on AAA games before. I don't think anybody believes that when I say that, but I have. I know for a fact that the game designer who originally came up with the turret was like, yeah, then you have to pick it up and take it
Look at my turret. Watch
and
my
bring
back.
it with you, and you have to reload it manually, and then they end up having to remove that because they can't make it fun. I wouldn't want to have to make that fun.
You can also see when I'm sort of highlighting enemies, I can hit R1 to tell the turret to focus on them instead.
Yeah, that's good.
It's pretty neat. So it'll let me. Yeah, this guy. So that the turret's got this guy pinned down over
He has
here.
a psychic connection with this turret. They call that suppressing fire.
Oh yeah.
It's the military term for that.
Oh, I think it. No, I don't think it.
It's a psychological phenomenon observed by our war officers in World War I. People just tend to not move when there's gunfire heading in their direction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was it. So we did that, and I think I have to reboot something. Oh, it's still overriding. So this might be a thing where I triggered an event, and now I just have to hold this point for a while. Reboot console.
You have to reboot the
Again?
game console during the game? Man, PlayStation 4 sucks about rebooting, dude. Like, how often do you try to turn your PS4 on
Oh, it's
to
a
sit down
pain.
with video games and it goes, the PS4 did not shut down properly last time. And you're just like, what?
You're like, how?
Like, why?
I think I also have this.
That should have been Goblin Bot's voice.
Yeah.
Manual override.
Oh, hey!
Oh, man, she's running sideways. Medicine or politics? Wait, did I say medicine? I meant to say disease. Disease or politics? You be the judge. Let us know in the chat. 555 GBLNBNKR.
Hey, listener, we got you on the line. That'd be kind of cool if we could do that. Although,
Yeah, we
actually, no, I wouldn't, because I've seen enough public access video trolls.
We've got one vote for disease. The question I would ask in response to that question, in my youth, I would have answered, what's the difference, Pops? That's all anti-establishment is what I'm talking about.
Oh!
Even in the
Again?
apocalypse, even in the face of death, she's willing to yell the F word. She's sprinting with some sort of little pickaxe.
Oh, this is a... Why was he highlighted like that? I'm curious.
Maybe it was a human. Wait, how do you know it? Are there humans just walking around on the other side?
That's my healing drone, by the way. Check that out. I got it at Sharper Image.
That's future as heck. Is it just like spraying laserified ibuprofen on you?
Yeah, it's just spraying Neosporin on my body.
We turned ibuprofen into a laser. For
That's
you.
going to happen before you know it. We're going to have little drones following us like this.
It's all about that goddamn Star Trek 5, where he heals the guy in the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
End of time travel with his little, god darn it, Jim, I'm a doctor. Or whatever it is he does with his little thing in his hand.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Star Trek. I've just seen the movies. Like, whatever.
I've been watching Star Trek Discovery, the new one.
Oh, yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that
I
because
like it a lot.
that's how you get me to watch Star Trek.
Yeah.
Here's what I understand about Star Trek. I was just talking with my buddy Brent Porter yesterday about Star Trek. Kill it. Animal number 4, 5. Was that Star Trek 4? Was that the one I was thinking about?
Which one? For what? Oh, the movie?
Travel back in time. They're like in a hospital in like the 90s and he like heals a guy.
I'm not sure.
Time travel in Star Trek is bad. So yeah, Brent Porter was telling me about, like, he's watched all the Star Trek. And
Oh, these are back.
people are asking in the chat, can you change the number of the UI or the color of the UI?
I'm not sure. We can take a look in a second, but these are back from part 1. You'll notice these were like these little sequences, kind of like in the Arkham games, where you get to see like exactly what happened in this area.
Detective vision.
Yeah, and it's kind of most of them are really sad or kind of like disturbing, but cool. Pretty cool.
Y2K. You really know how to make a guy feel old. I'm just messing with you.
Wow, remember Y2K, everyone?
I remember Y2K.
There are kids who don't know what we're talking about.
Y2K rules. So yeah, my buddy was telling me about his experience watching Star Trek, and the way I understand it is, every episode of Star Trek was always like a full pulp sci-fi novel compressed into like 45 minutes. And that's just, now we have TV series that are like a whole novel done over like 8 episodes. That's a raccoon.
He's gonna disappear.
He just crawled up inside that car guts.
Whoa. Hey, look.
Is that a fox?
That was a fox, I think. Or just the texture on that raccoon didn't pop in yet.
Well, clearly the animals aren't divided because the fox and the raccoon are...
They're friends.
I mean, they're skittish creatures in real life, so their proximity here in this digital simulacrum indicates to me that they're pretty much friends. That's pretty much hanging out as far as a fox and a raccoon go.
So here's one of the safe areas that you'll first unlock after you get through the White House is the theater.
Oh, nice.
So here's where you'll find, like your basic things, your basic areas to upgrade, your little chest where you can swap. Oh, I love that. This guy starts here, but then he sits on the edge of that thing. I think it takes a while for him to load in there. I love this stuff.
When is this game out?
March, the end of March.
Oh.
I should Google the exact date.
Whoa!
Oh, there you see. Boom! Just popped in.
So there's a lot of stuff that's not done yet.
No, for sure. Yeah, this is clearly still being ironed out.
There's a guy playing a guitar there. Showing a guy playing a guitar is the clearest way they can communicate to you that people still have joy.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of that in Far Cry 5. You'll stumble upon a campsite where two people are just playing guitar and singing. It's actually kind of nice.
The Hollywood started handing out a lot of guitars to campfire cowboys in films because of what they perceived to be a public complaint about how their film makes frontier life look too difficult.
Oh,
So
wow.
we've ended up with guitars as the go-to way to impress a viewer as, don't worry,
It's cool,
not
man.
too dire.
Yeah.
So there clearly must have been some tone concern when they were making this game, where they're like, we don't want people to feel too sad
Right.
about the world having ended. We've got to show them some joy. And I saw like a guy, and it looked like his child sitting on a fire escape with like a plant.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not bad.
It's pretty good. So you notice what I just did there was this project thing. So you gather resources out in the wild, and then you come back, and then you can sort of donate them to get better gear, or obviously like upgrade the stuff at the base. But what I'm gonna show off real quick is, where is it? Sometimes I appreciate that it's actual things you can walk up to and interact with.
Yeah.
But even in the beta, I'm always like, wait, where's the upgrade desk? Where's my quartermaster? There is a quartermaster. I'm gonna have to do that right now, actually. Actually, he might be in the White House. He's not here. So maybe we'll take that opportunity to make a trip over to the White House. But here's also where you'll find a matchmaking station. So if you want to party up with folks, you can do that. But we will make our way over here to the White House. Maybe along the way we'll do one of these.
Where's the Washington Monument, bro? It's
you-
down there.
I think
Yeah.
you- think
Oh,
you
I know
get
where it
to
is. You probably can't get there.
No.
You gotta. Is it level gated?
Yeah. Well, you can go over there. You're just gonna get smacked.
There's just humans with thicker skin down there. They got bulletproof rhino hide. You ever shot a rhino? It's
No.
weird.
Never. I hope I don't have to.
Oh, that's the end of my joke.
You'll notice too. This is my favorite part, at least right from this base, if I can find it. Man, I get lost real easily.
You guys are the best.
You guys are the best. Is she talking
Thanks.
about the Division?
Nah, she's talking about me and you.
Kotaku.com's
She's like, oh hey, Kotaku.
Kotaku.com's big bubbly burger bucket
Yeah.
goblin bunker streams.
You can zipline right the heck down.
I thought of a name for my podcast today
Oh yeah.
because I'm gonna start a podcast whether anybody wants it or not. I think it might be called Hunger Bunker. What do you think?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's got a ring to it.
Hello and welcome back to the Hunger Bunker. Or I could call it Hungry Bunker.
Hungry Bunker, I think, sounds better.
Hungry Bunker.
Because you always get hungry when you're podcasting. At least I do.
Welcome back to the Hungry Bunker.
Oh, what was that?
No, Hunker Bunker is dumb. That's what I'm avoiding. I also thought Bonker Bunker could be good. Daddy's Bunker sounds terrible.
The Hungry Bunker? Bunker?
In my book, there's a father who has a bunker.
I gotta get
That
back
is-
to work.
I did this
Thanks
one.
for the
already.
It is instrumental to the plot of my novel. I'm tired of seeing that let's call that fox what it is. He's a big red rat. I'm tired of seeing that big red rat jump out of that car and then just jump back in. You know, fear the humans openly or just die in the sun, bro, is what I would say, right?
Yeah, just go for it. Stop being so scared.
We're dealing out life advice to virtual vermin today.
Mm-hmm.
Virtual vermin, where are you calling from? 555 GBLNBNKR.
How's it going? First time, long time. Whoa, watch your mouth, sir.
He just rated our stream R.
Oof.
Whoa.
Oh, here we go. I can help out civilians who are patrolling. Sometimes you'll find civilians that are like bringing water back to the to their like settlements or whatever.
Wow.
Oh, buddy.
You know what?
Oh.
I'm going to be honest. I've seen... Okay, I'm not going to say what exactly I've seen, but
Whoa.
I'm pretty sure that in the thick of confrontation with mortality, one does not have time to yell any words, much less quippy ones.
Yeah. Unless you're Nathan Drake.
Yeah, well, Nathan Drake's not too realistic. In The Last of Us...
oh, what? Come on.
I think the best reaction I've ever heard to violence is Ellie in The Last of Us after some particularly if you really mess up an encounter and it becomes a bloodbath and like after you blast the last person,
The Blast of Us?
like Ellie walks up and will like look at the corpse sometimes and just say the F word.
Oh, yeah.
But like really quiet. Like
that's pretty accurate.
and it's like it's like very emotional and real. I'm like, yeah, she's not quipping. Good one, Joel.
Nice shot.
Thanks, little buddy. You know, it's not like that.
Yeah.
He's not thanking his little buddy for the health pack or the headshot with her bow and arrow.
There are no little buddies in that game.
Yeah. Well, it falls into what I call a baby child big friend situation, which is a large character escorting a smaller character.
Yeah, a lot of games do that.
Yeah. Baby child big friend. BioShock Infinite.
Identified.
Yeah.
God of War.
Resident Evil Revelations 2.
Resident Evil Revelations 2.
Yeah.
Resident Evil
Resident
4.
Evil 2.
Resident Evil 2. It's pretty much
It's everywhere.
Pretty much every Resident Evil. Yeah, I call that a baby child big friend situation.
Yeah.
That
should be the name of your podcast.
BCBFS. The baby child big friend situation.
Thanks for calling in. Where are you from?
Yeah, a small friend and a big buddy is also a genre.
Yeah.
Beef Switch points out that it would be cool to have a small friend, big buddy. That's actually a genre too.
Like twins.
I mean, like this doesn't really count, but like little sister and big daddy. Big daddy's the big buddy, and little sister is the little friend.
Little friend. Okay, hold on.
Buddy is diminutive, and then large and is diminutive of their maturity or leadership skill level.
All right. Who wants it? Nobody wants it. I got into a firefight where I was about to get into. Oh, here we go. I was about to get into a firefight. Are you my friend? No, you're not my friend.
Yeah, it's hard to tell sometimes because everybody's dressed up like they're going to a Mad Max concert. I don't know what a Mad Max concert is. Oh wow!
Oh, that hurt.
Hey, you ever get hit so hard your robot talks to you?
Your goblin bot just hits you up and like, yo, I think you might be hurt.
A situation critical. Goodbye.
You know, again, we're quickly approaching that scenario, that futuristic scenario.
I
where
want my Apple Watch to have a life meter on it.
my Google assistant's like, Paul, you need some Neosporin drones.
I want to look at my my watch and like literally see my lifespan. I mean, I'm gonna tell you what. If I looked at my watch right now, if this sort of app existed, here's what I would say. My life is probably half over at least, right?
Right. Or it half just started.
Yeah, well, that could be it as well. But considering that the end of all life does terminate in what number theorists would all agree is an infinity, one would say half over is more appropriate. This small 40 years is insignificant in comparison to the after void. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is there a Half-Life joke incoming? Or
No. I'm just being morbid.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the Goblin Bunker. You ever get hit so hard your robot talks to you?
And then you contemplate your mortality. That ever happened to you? Call in. Let us know. We're taking calls now on the line.
555, that's the number is 555 Goblin Bunker with no vowels.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I realize it's an 8-digit phone number after a 3-digit prefix with no area code.
These porta potties.
So
Oh no. I guess I can't get on the side of the porta potty. I have to just.
we've got a
Stay
question in the chat, or not a question. We've got a comment in the chat
What's up?
that is a joke, but he brings up a valid point, which is, can you skateboard in this game?
You know, it would be kind of sweet if you could. There's a lot of really good. Look at these rails here.
Yeah.
No,
So look, turn to the right. When you skateboard, and you
yeah.
grind across the roofs of these tents, do the tents, do the roofs, do they depress,
Like this.
or
Let's try it out.
or are they just stiff, solid tents?
You might actually be able to. You might be able to.
Yeah.
And you can front flip onto a phone line.
Look at those porta pot boys. You ever call them porta pot boys?
No.
I've mentioned this before, haven't I? About how I convinced some San Francisco startup dudes, these super square. I don't want to call a bunch of guys square. You know, I used to be a square, but I convinced them that in the Midwest, these guys who went to Stanford, I convinced them that that in Indiana we call dinner din boy.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, just gonna go. Oh, what are you? I'm gonna go home and have some din boy. The guy's like, did you just say din boy? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's what we call it back where I'm
These
from.
freaking tents.
All I had to do was just casually mention. I'm like, oh, you know, you try to suppress
wrong
your
thing.
roots. You know, when you're from where I'm from, but you know, every once in a while it just comes back out. And so, yeah, we call it din boy where I'm from. And he's like, oh, do you call soda pop where you're from? And I'm like, no, we call it soda, but some people in my family call it pop. And then you just start making stuff up, and it's really funny. Someone is pointing out, perhaps they know what they're talking about. They're saying that the tents would not stop a bullet. I think it depends on what the tent is made of.
Absolutely.
So if it's made of like solid rock and it's completely filled to the roof with rock, I do
Yeah,
believe
I
it
think
would.
that's pretty
I think it would.
bulletproof.
I think it would stop the bullet.
Yeah, I think it'd stop a bullet.
You ever get some of those bullets that shoot all the way through a rock, and then you shoot a rhino?
Actually, let me see if I can do this. Nope.
Do you ever get a 2 rhino combo with 1 bullet?
Every once in a while.
When was the last time you went on safari, bro? So a lot of people, when they go on safari, they...
Oh, hey.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
up?
Kick her.
What's
Kick her. See, if this was Crackdown, you could just kick her in the stomach and she would go flying onto that roof over there.
You can also punch cars in Crackdown.
Just punching cars and kicking cars and punching. And
Authorized system. Oh, wait.
Crackdown is a game where you kick dudes at cars, you kick dudes at dudes, you kick cars at dudes, and you kick cars at cars.
Nice.
The Division is a game about... You know what? I'm going to go ahead and be honest. I have enough problems in the plausible pre-apocalypse to have my heart opened to entertainment in this plausible post-apocalypse. You know what I mean? That's
absolutely.
maybe why I never ended up playing one of these. You know what game is great? Splinter Cell Blacklist.
Whoa.
Fantastic game. Give us a call, 555-GBLNBNKR, if you love Splinter Cell Blacklist.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I was referencing the film Sorry to Bother You with the shooting of a rhino thing, by the way. Army Hammer is pretty funny in that movie. Where's that guy? Where's that buddy going?
All right, hold on. There's too many tents.
You know, they actually do make liquid ibuprofen, so I'm not really joking about the laser ibuprofen. I drop liquid ibuprofen in my eyes every morning for my dry eye problem.
Hostile broadcast detected.
I don't think it works.
This gun sucks. Did they shoot my drone?
Did they shoot your Advil out of the sky?
They definitely did. There we go.
So we got 2 questions now in the chat for everyone. Just callers calling. Nobody's calling in. I don't understand it. Callers, we have 2 questions. Number 1 is, you ever get hit so hard your robot talks to you? Number 2 is, you ever had a Mad Max concert attendee shoot your Advil out of the sky?
Yeah, I mean, how many times
taking
that
a
happened
survey.
to you? Yeah, we're just curious. Also, if you have any questions about the Division 2 private beta, let me know. Because I've been playing it for about a day now. Oh, hey, buddies.
So can we show the people the White House?
Yeah, I'm headed that way now.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize. Oh, 0.3 kilometers. I can cover 0.3 kilometers in about a minute
Where you at, buddy?
if I go flat out. That water's very green.
It's very green.
How many turds you think are in there?
Let's count them.
Oh, yeah. Turds,
Oh,
are, turds, are,
God.
turds are gross. I don't care what anybody says.
They're everywhere. The turds and these guys.
See, that's my one of my favorite styles. I like thinking of becoming a stand-up comedian someday. And one of my favorite styles of joke to write is, I don't care what anybody
Oh.
says. Turds are gross.
Where did you guys... Hold on, you're going to throw a grenade. That's not nice. That's not nice. You know what? I don't need that. That's very rude.
So, we have an important question in the chat. We're going to go ahead and address this one.
Oh, jeez.
It sounds like I'm setting up a joke, but I'm not. What do you call it? Beef Switch says, sorry, I gotta hold my eyes at a certain angle in order to read this monitor that we have here. Says, so is this taking place in the dystopian future where nothing that we've been doing, as in right now, ends the world, and instead it's some coincidental nature thing? And the answer is no,
No.
because it's a disease. It's
a virus.
It's a virus that is
It's man-made.
intentionally spread.
Yeah.
So, in other words, yes. The answer is yes and no. Like, it isn't. There was not a nuclear war.
No,
None of today's politics caused this to happen. It was the work of rogue idiots.
Mm-hmm.
Apolitical terrorism. I attended a fascinating lecture at Stanford University on the subject of terrorism as a possibly apolitical act, and it was not fascinating at all. It was a smart person talking for a long time, and he was boring. And Tom Clancy probably would have stubbed a cigar out on his shirt and said, "Can't make money with opinions like that, son."
Yeah.
Tom Clancy, what a man. 6'8", 592 pounds. Swarthy.
It's a large man. So this is the entrance. Well, one of the entrances to the White House. As you see, I have full access because I'm a division agent.
Codename section says apolitical terrorism is just being a rascal. That's how they like to think of
Yeah.
themselves.
Pretty much.
The lecturer did not, by the way, mention or name drop the Joker from The Dark Knight. So I don't know how he got that far. I don't know how he got an hour into a lecture without that. As the Joker does. As the Joker proves. Oh, there's big WH.
Look at it's still not loading in just yet, but well, it'll get there. I'm going straight for the Oval Office here.
Oh, is this 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue? I would
Mhm.
move it to 420.
Yeah, that's only right.
Yeah, I would move it to 420 Pennsylvania Avenue.
It makes the most sense. Ooh, yeah, this is
And then
still
then
loading in here.
Then I'd paint it green, dude.
Be the green out.
Oh, the big 00.
Oh yeah,
Back
give it a second.
back when I used to live in D.C., we called the Oval Office the Twin Goose Eggs because OO looks like two.
Right.
We called it the Twin Goose Eggs. Oh, the president's probably in his twin goose eggs right now.
There are not to my knowledge, there aren't any survival mechanics in this game, but I don't know why. I don't know what it's used for exactly, but you do pick up water and stuff eventually. I think it just sort of goes towards your resource count, so you can put it into your base camp or your base of operations. But yeah, this is the White House. This is some sort of like meeting room or situation room. No wolf.
Is there a
prisoner.
big president-shaped grease stain anywhere? Like, do we have confirmation that the president got owned?
Well, you know what? Did you read
Hoss got owned. Hoss got owned. There's like a
Steven,
memo. What did
our,
he say?
our boss Steven Totillo, he wrote a thing about this little memo audio log here.
Oh God, I love audio logs. That's a joke. Audio logs suck.
So there's an audio log here of him calling the Mexican president and being like, "Look, I know you've got a tight border, but you gotta let our people south of Tijuana or whatever." And it's like, oh, interesting. Totally not a political
Yeah, definitely no politics
reference.
in that.
Yeah, no. Here's where
Yeah,
here's they
Ubisoft.
do karaoke.
Oh man, presidential karaoke. Did you know that the staff of the code name for the president is Hoss? They call him Hoss.
Is that right?
Yeah, they go Hoss is down, Hoss is down.
You can never tell when you're joking, Tim.
No, they don't call him that. Oh my God, kill. Oh, this is a base, huh?
This is a base. So
Is this like
this
base
is
1?
your-
Is this the first base?
You can craft stuff. I don't think I've. So I think. I can craft this vertical grip.
You know what I like to craft is some macaroni and cheese.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, man. Whoa!
Get in the kitchen at the greenhouse.
What
Craft
am I-
some macaroni and cheese.
What am I looking at?
And the fashionable pattern there.
Gonna accept that. I don't know what I just did, but
I'd wear that on a shirt.
I did something. What did you do to get the third base though?
Should make a gun out of toothpicks.
Hold on, let me do something real quick. I can make a new mask.
You know what movie rules?
No.
White House Down. Yeah, White House Down owns. I love that White House Down and Olympus Has Fallen came out within weeks of each other.
I was gonna say, which one is that? Is that the one with Jamie Foxx or the one with
oh man,
Leonidas?
White House Down is the one with Jamie Foxx as
Okay,
the Jordans wearing president.
Of course.
I thought that movie was good, and I also thought Olympus Has Fallen was good.
It's interesting because like I know that the reason that happens is because like somehow scripts will leak and then studios
Yeah.
will go like, oh, they're gonna make this White House movie this summer.
Something in the wind, yeah.
Yeah, we have to make our own, and it's like back to back. It's like, wasn't there a Channing Tatum?
Yeah,
Was there a
Channing Tatum was in
Tatum
White
one?
House Down, yeah.
He was in White House Down. Okay.
yeah,
okay.
yeah. WHD was weird because you figure it would have, it like, I don't know, it was, who made it? Was it Wolfgang Peterson or whatever his name is? Gore Verbinski? Not the Gore Verbinski.
It's your boy.
Oh, that's that Teddy? Big Ted. So it's,
Pop Am.
wow, that's,
There it is.
oh, that's my mom, Jane.
Oh yeah.
So White House Down was like one of those movies where it was like a flip of a coin, like it might have been a hit, and then it just wasn't.
Yeah, totally. Oh, Roland Emmerich.
Roland Emmerich, that's his name.
Wow.
That's his name.
Shout out to Ghost Little. Thank you.
Because he makes the disaster movies.
Right.
And White House Down is it's a true American disaster. Because how sad would we be if the White House went down?
Oh, so someone was asking, how did I get? Are you talking about this this one, or are you talking about the settlement here? I forget who someone in the chat asked. I did get a safe house though, so those you sort of stumble across, much like in the Division 1. You'll be walking around, and then I think just over time you'll start to just slowly explore and then unlock things. And here is where I can actually show this off next. So maybe I'll go do this side mission first, and then we'll head over to the safe house.
Yeah.
Just to show people what it looks like, especially if you haven't played the Division in a while and you kind of forgot what it was like.
So how do you level up in this? Just by killing dudes?
Pretty much, yeah.
You shoot and loot.
Shoot and
And you
loot.
get those control points that I noticed on the map.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So then once you do that, you're able to unlock more side missions and stuff. And then the more you control an area, obviously, the less you'll see these random enemies.
You can
sort
use
of
safe
in there.
houses and bases as like spawn points when you die as well.
Should I try to shoot it?
Does that give you food?
No, I think I just missed.
I tell you what, if there was an apocalypse, I would start eating meat. I don't care. I'd start
Got
eating
to.
deers. I mean, I don't care. I don't eat meat because I just don't like it, and it's easy to not do it.
It really is.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
I try to make an effort to make half of my meals vegetarian, and it's not a lot to do. It's like, oh, just
If I woke up
Substitute
and
it.
it was like everyone's dead, dude, I'm like, oh, cool.
that's sick. Fire up that barbecue, baby. Let's get it.
I'd go kick the neighbor's dog to death, and then I would.
God, Tim. Tim, how could you do that?
I'd be like,
Kick
you know,
my
it's,
dog?
It's the dog or me, right?
Damn, Tim.
So someone's asking, how does this game feel? It looks like it feels like Assassin's Creed with a gun.
Um,
Well, you're fat. You're slower than you are.
It- it-
Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you're so fast.
I know. I played that. I got jumped back into that after playing RDR2, and I was like, "Am I a superhero? What is this?"
You were like, oh, oh
Yeah.
no.
I don't have to worry about my horse hitting a rock and then me being flung 50 feet forward.
What really does your brain wild is playing that Kingdom Hearts 3, because you would expect anything with that much stuff in it that they would want you to enjoy it at a slow pace. But they're like, no, we got business. We got to do this. You run so fast in that game.
Why would you pop the turret there, my guy?
I've been playing Crackdown 1, and as you unlock
Jesus.
those agility orbs, you just get faster and faster until you're running like faster than cars. It's so cool.
So sometimes you'll see here, because I guess it's because of the steps. Some of the cover's a little strange. All right, let me get into better cover here. Like you don't. That was weird. Like me aiming and it forcing my reticle all the way up like that. Like I was trying to definitely not have.
It's got that Ghost Recon jitter
There
on
you
that
go.
reticle.
Yeah. Let me heal up real quick. But yeah, no, the game feels really good. I mean, if you've ever played a Ghost Recon, I think it feels very similar to that. That sort of. I was talking about it earlier, but like
Yeah, it looks old school Ghost Recon, which looks cool.
that very like weighty feel to it. You'll see the shooting is pretty similar too. It feels pretty solid, but you never feel like I don't know. It doesn't feel. It obviously doesn't feel or move like something like Apex Legends, which I've been playing a ton of recently.
Apex Legends is all about that dudes running 30 miles per hour and all with just beautiful, pristine friction, just popcorning all over,
Yeah.
snapping, crackling, popping. It's got a beautiful texture. Available now. This is, it just occurs to me that it's like, it's the sort of thing that, you know, interestingly, I promise I'm not reaching here because I just played a bunch of Crackdown, it's a narratively contextualized sandbox that gives you a mechanic you might have enjoyed elsewhere in a sort of a curated, super curated, heavy-handedly curated campaign experience in something like a Ghost Recon or a Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
It gives you that mechanic, but on a buffet table.
Yeah, for sure. That's actually a beautiful way to put it.
That's how I would describe what I'm seeing with this game. And it's like, if I had like a code for this game, and so here's what would make or break it for me, is if my buddies Brent Porter and Michael Kerwin had it, I'll shoot the lock. If they had it and we were playing it online together, I think that would really make it for me.
Yeah, that's a large component of this game is being able to play it with alongside at least like 2 other people.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you're gonna encounter bosses and encounters where you really need that second or third person to watch your back. I finally got a new thing. I hate his shirt so much.
Oh, it's a compression layer,
I'm gonna
though,
equip it
so it's
now.
gonna go
Oh, it's
under
gonna
your
go.
shirt.
Oh no, I look like Snake now. I look like Chris. I look like Leon.
Oh my God. Yeah, you need to be able to dress up exactly like Sam Fisher.
That's oh my god.
Has Sam Fisher survived in the Division? Is he still alive?
I don't know.
So the weird thing is I recall someone asking once, like asking a developer of a Tom Clancy game, like, so does Sam Fisher exist in the Ghost Recon world? They're asking like this like 15 years ago or whatever, right? And the developer being like, what? No. Why? Why didn't they think of I would have just said, probably. Instead of going, no. We have no comment on that. I'm
He's
sorry.
dead.
I feel like that's just kind of the definition of Ubisoft, is it's like they're a little tiny bit too PR-ish and serious about that stuff. About stuff in general. About
Yeah,
their
it's like,
games in
chill out.
general. Like I feel like I love the Assassin's Creed games. I've played almost all of them. I've not finished Odyssey. I don't know if I will, because it seems like it's too long.
So this is what I'm sorry to cut you off.
Okay, go for it.
This is what I was talking about earlier, where it's like, so let's say you were playing this alongside 2 or 3 friends, right? Here is where like the S is about to hit the F. So like it's better to have one person over there, one person down there. So once the first person fires the first shot, much like Rainbow Six, everyone's in a good place to sort of defend, properly, and you'll see a bunch of dudes down here. But I think it does sort of scale it so that if you're by yourself, it doesn't become too impossible.
That Rainbow Six Siege game is incredibly good. I remember seeing it and being like, wow, I really wish this would get popular, and then it didn't, and then it did.
It did, yeah.
Yeah, because it took a while for people to realize, oh, it's competitive puzzle solving. You're each trying to outsmart the other before any of you does anything. And it's just competitive, team-based, god dang, beautiful puzzle solving. And it's like, maybe that's a bit too intense for a lot of people. And maybe it's a bit too intense for a more casual player. But something like this, it seems like, again, it's a buffet table.
Yeah.
It's like the food isn't as good at a buffet, but you get a whole bunch of it, and you can just chill with your buds all day.
It's also like we talked about earlier before we started streaming. Like, this is a game that you play with your friends. And it's essentially like a phone call, like a group chat that you just do together, and you're just kind of, going through the motions. But it's fun, though. Not to say that it's not fun. It's a lot of fun. But it does sort of require an extra, like, 2 or 3 people to actually make it feel like, oh, okay, we are this group, this, this effectively, or this effective tactical unit that is clearing out an entire room full of baddies, not just like, I am the sole hero, I am Division Man.
Yeah, you're just chilling.
Yeah.
Oh, loot it.
Oh, see, survive the hyena assault. So this is when I could really use
A couple
a
of
few
buds.
people, yeah, watching my
It just
back.
becomes horde mode for a second. Somebody in the chat asks, what are our most anticipated games?
Oh, good question.
What is even coming out? I anticipate news of the Final Fantasy VII remake because I believe in
Yeah,
it.
you believe in it?
Yeah, I honestly believe in it. I'm not even joking when I say that I believe in it.
No, I believe that you believe in it.
Having played all the way through Kingdom Hearts 3, and having played all the way through, having played all the way through Kingdom Hearts 3 and now being about halfway through Final Fantasy 15, which I recently started playing, I'm like, yeah, duh, they'll finish the Final Fantasy 7 remake. It might take a while.
Oh, this guy's level 4.
Oh,
Perp.
heck. What level's you?
I think I'm 4. He's a level 4 perp.
Oh, yeah, screaming with a knife in one's hand.
How's
Death
it?
Stranding? I'm ready for Death Stranding.
What am I looking forward to? What is coming out? Chat, let me know. Oh, Animal Crossing? Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to Animal Crossing. I deserve Animal Crossing, as does everyone else.
Absolutely.
So do not flatter them with your anticipation. You are owed that game. Cyberpunk 2077 is a real come to daddy kind of video game.
Mm-hmm.
I will play all of that. Devil May Cry 5. Give me the bingo. I'm gonna play that on my Xbox One X with my Xbox One Elite
Yeah, keep
controller.
hitting us with 2019 games, and we'll let you know.
So I'm saying, I'm like 100% on Cyberpunk. Are they gonna show that at the E3? I think so. Now, Square Enix is in a place where they've got to show that Final Fantasy VII remake because that Kingdom Hearts is out,
Yeah.
and that Final Fantasy,
Or that Avengers game.
and that goddarn Final Fantasy 15 DLC's canceled, right? So they've got nowhere to turn.
Where are they gonna hide?
They have to make Final Fantasy VII remake. They gotta wheel it out.
Hey, real quick, what's nice about this is every once in a while you encounter these little restock boxes,
Restocks.
restocks. So that's pretty cool.
Shin Megami Tensei 5 for the Switch. I don't think anybody said that, but me need. What is Nintendo even going to do? Well, E3 this year, Nintendo's probably going to be all about Animal Crossing. And I'm telling you what, I'm calling nonsense on that. Because they need something else.
What would it take for you to be excited about Nintendo this year?
Well, I mean, I love that Nintendo Switch, and I think they had a very strong first 2 years. Now they talk about restarting Metroid Prime 4. And I'm like, sure, guys. But give me Metroid Prime Trilogy before then. Animal Crossing, I'm not saying I want Animal Crossing. I'm saying I deserve it. They should have realized that people want. Like, I think Nintendo should have. I'm just talking out of my hat here, but I think if Nintendo really wanted us to never ever forget them, they would have had a Zelda, a Mario, and an Animal Crossing year one of the Nintendo Switch. I mean, maybe that's not feasible, but I think that would have been what to do.
Oh, they shot my turret.
That Days Gone game, me going to play, of course. Gears of War.
If I want to play that.
Gears of War 5 is coming out this fall, I believe. I believe it's coming out.
What else? Oh, Sekiro. I'll play the heck out of Sekiro.
Yeah, I'm gonna play that. I've called it already. I haven't called it live on a stream, but I'll do so now.
Do it right now.
I think Sekiro is going to be the game. And don't let this out to too many people, everybody, because I want to see if I'm
Yeah.
right. I think Sekiro is going to be the game where mainstream critics start to point out the flaws of the Dark Souls formula. I think it's been slightly too many years of critics getting laughed at by weird trolls in the comments for even daring to mention Dark Souls, even as a joke. I had a video where I was talking about God of War, and I said, use the right bumper to swing your axe and the right trigger to swing it harder. It's just like Dark Souls. And then I had like 100.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, take that. Oh,
Sorry, man.
if you're gonna die, you might as well die in a chair. Am I right?
Yeah.
I had like 100 comments that were like, "Foolish video game journalist must compare everything to Dark Souls.
Twirling their mustache.
Clearly, you have no talent
Oh!
and no respect for gaming." So yeah, I'm like, I think weird comments like that where people have been griefed into not mentioning professional video game about talkers they've been griefed hard in the seat of the pants for even ever mentioning Dark Souls. I think it's going to lend itself to a subliminality with which they approach Sekiro, which will still be a fine, exemplary video game
Right.
in that formula that those persons over there at From Software have mastered, in so much as anyone can master anything. They could have a better optimized engine. They could, they could run everything at 60 FPS. I don't know.
Someone said Ghost of Tsushima, and I'm actually looking forward to that. It looks pretty cool.
Game looks chill.
Game looks chill as heck.
GLC.
Mm-hmm.
Game looks chill. I remember I went to that weird E3 Sony thing last year, and
That's right.
it was very strange that every game there was a game that didn't have a release date, well, except Spider-Man. But they didn't dedicate a whole theater experience to Spider-Man. Last of Us 2, I betcha it's coming out this year. Right? It's not confirmed, but I bet it's coming
What
out.
is that? Oh, it's just like...
Because E3, they're not, Sony's not going to be at E3? Like, right? That's weird, isn't it?
That is pretty strange. I wonder what E3 this year is going to look like. Especially because, we're
It's going to look like me eating a goddarn Cuban sandwich at Porto's is what it's going to look like.
Oh! Oh! I can't move!
Oh,
Oh my god, I'm screwed. See, again. Oh god!
Oh, this is what it's called to suck. Life sucks when this happens.
Hold on. Oh my god! There, how many?
You
Jeez.
see those hundreds of... Are they going to high-five each other?
Look at
Whoa.
them. Oh, they're coordinated. That's actually kind of cute.
No, it wasn't coordinated. I think they just happened to fire off the same animation.
There you go. There they go. They're not so coordinated. What do I do? Oh,
yeah,
select
it slipped.
respawn
It slipped.
point.
Oh.
Oh, well, I could just respawn right here. That's where I was going anyway. You jerks.
Yeah, so I'm all up for whatever video games get just toasted out and popped out of the toaster. Give me that Last of Us 2.
Yeah, I'm playing that for sure.
Give me that Gears of War 5. Because I'm feeling alive. And I need that 5. Give me that Devil May Cry 5. Devil May Cry.
You know what? I'll be honest. I mentioned it earlier at the top of the stream, but I have been playing a ton of Apex Legends, and I'm really, really digging it. And it's only been, granted, it's only been 4 days that I've been playing it.
Well,
But-
your guy's unstuck in time there. What's going
check
on?
that out.
Is that
Oh
you?
yeah, no, this is a bunch of people spawning and not moving. Check that out.
Bunch of identa people.
It looks like Blade Runner.
Well, why do we call them twins and not identa people? Right?
So look, this is an actual what's the official name?
Yeah, I'm calling it.
Safe
I think Apex Legends is going to
It's gonna be the one.
wildly destabilize Fortnite to the point where we start to see the end of Fortnite.
Oh.
No offense to it.
No, yeah.
Because, I mean, Fortnite's going to stick around for a very long time, but we're going to be able to see a world where Fortnite does not dominate. And it's going to be very soon. I'm calling it.
Call it.
This is my industry prophecy. Apex Legends is, it's a goddarn Overwatch battle royale.
It's good.
It's
real good.
Yeah, and I was saying earlier, spouting a little bit of my idiot insider info. I'm just like, I know that Respawn has some of the best game design minded people just in the world working there, and making a hero for Overwatch is a Herculean task. It takes like an actual genius to direct the game design of one of those characters, to direct it. And it takes other geniuses to even be able to talk to, coordinate with, and work with these geniuses, right? So I just don't think that Fortnite has that at all.
So
And I think Apex Legends has like many people like that just developing all their heroes.
so yes, Apex Legends is in the Titanfall universe, by the way.
Yes.
Someone's
Oh, it
asking.
sure is.
So the cool thing about the safe house is, as you'll notice here, there are a ton of other actual players here at the same time, moving around, doing what they need to do, going to their stash, checking out the map or whatever they need to do. But what you can do is walk up to them, hit the up on the directional pad, and you can actually invite them to a group if you wanted to. Just so you can actually have some people to match up with. So that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool way to actually do it in real time.
Was that guy's name Shock-2DA-System? Shock-2DA System?
Yeah, I believe so.
Wow. Someone says building and also building in Fortnite sucks. I'm not going to comment on that 100%, but yeah. Building is actually pretty smart, say some people, but it's dumb. I'm sorry, it's dumb. It's dumb. They made a game and nobody liked it, and they saw a game people did like, and they copied it. They laid down a sheet of that skinny paper and they traced on it. They traced and copied every element. And
it's so funny though, because every game has been doing that now, and it's just a matter of
Yeah.
I guess we don't care anymore.
I mean, I play Fortnite. Fortnite's cool,
It's fun. I just haven't played it in a while.
but I think the building mechanic is like, oh yeah, but you can. People have Stockholm syndromed all the way. They've walked all the way across that bridge from Copenhagen, and they are in Stockholm about that
Wow.
building mechanic. Does anybody know what bridge I'm talking about? It's a famous bridge. I've walked across that bridge. I mean, whatever.
Oh, there's a
It
bunch of
works.
them, huh?
The building works, but it's dumb. And it's replacement for some kind of a soul that the game, I believe, just will lack forever.
These these enemies are the worst. Oh. Man, I'm getting swarmed again. Might have to fall back. Oh god. Oh wow, there's again my favorite.
There's just wild people going wild.
Oh, get off of there, man.
Always count on a wild person to go wild.
I'm stuck on stuff. Nope, that's not what I want to do. That'll happen.
I believe Gears of War created a new brain friction in the
Oh, hostage is dead.
cover magnetism
Oh
death,
god.
where you're stuck between, you're in the wrong cover. He's just shooting you with that tasty laser.
God, that's actually very frustrating.
Survive, sir. I will shoot you.
That leaf laser.
Okay, I think I'm good now. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, this game still does that thing of like enemies have the perfect aim when it comes to like grenade tosses, so they
Oh,
just
yeah.
flush you out of places if you stay for too long, which I get, but
FPS is, I'm going to call this an FPS because even though it's a third-person shooter, TPS is just not a word.
Sounds kinda
If you
gross.
control the camera, it's a first-person shooter, period. Okay, maybe not all the time. You know what I'm talking about.
yeah.
It's designing artificial intelligence for a 3D shooting game. It's more about designing interesting stupidity and having them miss in the right way, not having them just snap focus. Game design, in case anyone doesn't know, game design is a lot of programming. I don't know if everybody knows this. Okay, maybe you don't say programming, you say coding or scripting. It's programming, man. You're sitting there.
Oh.
A game designer now, I believe Mark Cerny said this at his post-mortem for the game Marble Madness at GDC in 2012.
Wow, shout out to Marble Madness.
Shout out to Marble Madness. Shout out to 2012. Shout out to GDC. Shout out to Mark Cerny. System architect of the PlayStation 4. He's the reason that all PlayStation 4, 5, and 6 games will all be forward and backward compatible with each other. Thanks a lot, guy.
Word.
So, as Mark Cerny said, a game designer writing a script for an AI of a single enemy on Uncharted is writing 8 times as much code as Mark Cerny wrote for the entire game, Marble Madness.
That's wild.
And it's not even an exaggeration. That guy, you can tell by the way he talks, guy does not tell any lies. He's a straightforward dude.
I wonder if I go back to my death location. Let's find out. Let's find out together. If I go back to my death location, is there a reason why they're marking there? Like, did I drop stuff?
We got a question asking, who is the robot voice talking to you in the game? Not Goblin Bot, but...
No, I think it's called like Isaac or something. It's just some sort of AI thing that...
My name is Isaac.
Yeah.
Probably stands for something.
Yeah.
We're working on Truck Hack. We got our dialogue boxes we're working on. We're talking about making a name for our dialogue box system. Because we've noticed that when a game developer posts like an animated GIF on Twitter, they always get way more hits if there's any kind of development lingo involved. I've observed.
Like what?
Well, if they like show, here's a screenshot of my level editor, look how it works. And then it's like you see the level editor, but then there's also a game happening in there. Like 5,000 likes compared to working on some animations.
Whoa!
So we're thinking of coming up with a horrible name for our dialogue box system. And I want to make an acronym out of the word conversation.
Uh-oh.
Context optimized are the first 2 letters. So I don't know what the rest of them are. Our dialogue box is the conversation system. Look, Truck Hack is just wild, and I don't understand most of it, and nobody will. And we are getting Mark Cerny to put Knack in there so we can call it Truck Knack. Knack Battle Royale. Knack is okay. I know Knack became a meme.
Knack 2, I played the little I played of it was actually kind of fun, especially co-op.
Yeah, if I can step beyond the meme for a moment,
Whoa.
I think Knack was okay. People making fun of Knack 2 are just whatever. I understand. It's hard being a teen, all that, all that new body hair or whatever, right? It's difficult.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
You got to get out there with a joke. Got to just sling a joke. I don't know. I've got a new video game that I'm not allowed to talk about. I'm not allowed to share my opinions of it. I wonder if I'm allowed to share my opinions of it if I don't say the name of it. Playing a new game that sucks. Oh man, you got stabbed.
Man. I keep getting, flanked. Okay, hold on, let me fall back. Again. This game is so much better with people.
Someone in the chat is saying, love to be a secret police force murdering quote-unquote anarchist revolutionaries while commanded by a distant, faceless AI. Do you think the AI might be the bad guy?
Oh my god. It was us all along.
Do you think you're gonna like come down? You're gonna find the source of the voice and you go into like a goddarn basement and it's goddarn Captain Crunch with an eye patch, and he's like the Soggies made my cereal cold, and I ended the world with a virus, and now I'm having you kill the people that I don't like. And you're just like, what?
Damn, Cap.
It's just Captain Crunch. It's all about Captain Crunch. Shout us out in the comments if you would
If you like that ending.
Assassin's Creed 4 Rogue with Captain Crunch modded in as the hero.
Actually, speaking of Assassin's Creed real quick, if I can get real serious.
Yeah, let's do it. Give me that screed.
I wish this game took something from that game, which is the eagle, being able to sort of look around and...
Yeah, dude, has a drone.
Yeah, you have a drone, man. Use it to scan people. That'd be kind of cool. Who knows? Maybe it is in the game. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah, Gloobysoft, if you're listening, get on it, punk.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool.
Get on it, you walking disasters.
Oh my god.
Are there video game media outlets out there that yell at the developers and call them stupid things? Good work, Brainiac. Your game designers are like, in the future, drones can spray me with ibuprofen when I'm about to die, but you can't use them to look around a city. Go to a Best Buy, you scrub weasels.
Just put a GoPro on. Or they come with cameras now.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what they're for. They got
Yeah.
them at Best Buy. They've literally got it.
Maybe there's a mission where you raid a Best Buy and you can just get a bunch of drones.
These were from before the fall.
You gotta rescue some Genius Squad.
These were the hottest toy of Christmas before the fall. And today, they might just help us eat lunch.
Point identified.
Where are we going? Where are we going? Let's go to this control point. Let's do that. Why not? Yeah, maybe we'll start wrapping up soon. But if anyone has any final questions about the Division 2, let me know. Because I've been playing a little bit. I might be able to answer them. I'll try to answer them.
I have a question.
Yeah, hit me.
Is there multiplication?
Oh, my God. Tim.
That's how dying I am after my favorite joke there.
Wow.
Someone was saying this is a very generic city. It's I don't know. It's not so bad.
It's Washington, D.C.
You know, I actually wrote like 20 pages of a Captain Crunch the movie screenplay.
20 pages.
Yeah, 20 pages of it, dude.
That's pretty good. That's the introduction right
Well, you
there.
got to write 22 pages in order for it to be a treatment. So in my mind, the actor who would play Captain Crunch, everybody huddle around your laptop speakers. Push those headphones deep in your ears. The guy who would play Captain Crunch is the guy who plays Davos Seaworth on Game of Thrones.
Genius.
He's Captain Crunch. Just like gritty, futuristic, sad.
I'm surprised it hasn't been an ad yet.
Yeah, dude.
Like just target the. Oh, where'd you pop out from?
I used to work in advertising. I was so good at it.
Oh,
I have a great idea for a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup commercial. If anybody in New York wants to film a slightly elaborate Reese's Peanut Butter Cup commercial that we can just guerrilla put on YouTube, let me know. I mean, I would make it look really authentic, too. I think Reese's Peanut Butter Cups would love this commercial.
I love Reese's so much.
And then we would all have, I would start my own ad agency. You know, I applied before I worked here. I applied to and interviewed at a couple ad agencies, but they weren't willing to hire me as the CEO. So I told them to stuff it and said I'll make videos about video games for a living.
Pretty sweet deal.
And I'm like, I owe back taxes, baby. I gotta go, is what I said to myself. Gotta go make videos about video games.
My guy does kind of look like Solid Snake. Someone said that earlier, and now I'm seeing it.
He looks like Mark Wahlberg's. Man, Mark Wahlberg is Solid Snake. Could you dig it?
God, you know,
That's a joke. I hate Mark Wahlberg.
We joke, but that could. Remember that he was like cast for Uncharted
Oh yeah. Wait.
originally.
Yeah. He's not currently slated, right? It's
No.
it's Tom Holland,
It's Tom
right?
Holland. Yeah, it's gonna be a young
Little boy.
baby boy,
Little baby Nate.
baby Nate.
Hi,
a baby
I'm
Nate.
baby Nate is what he's gonna say. It's gonna be his first line. Hi, I'm baby Nate. Tell you the Reese's Pieces. It's not Reese's Pieces. It's Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. And no, I'm not going to tell you the idea. I want to make the commercial. It's 30 seconds long.
Yeah, one of you bozos could steal it.
Yeah, it would take me longer to explain it than it would take you to watch it when it's real. Just trust me, it's really good. And I have about 20 other commercials that I would totally make. And they're all just slightly too bad to actually run on TV, but on purpose. And
Oh, thank you. I forgot about that. Thanks, Kyle. Shout out to you.
what did he say?
Heel.
Heel.
He's like my Donald Duck.
Yeah, I think Mark Wahlberg sucks.
Yeah, he's.
I wonder who's gonna play Solid Snake though. We should get my friend Jordan Vogt Roberts, director of Metal Gear Solid, the movie, on a stream someday.
A Metal Gear Solid?
Yeah, Metal Gear.
I'll keep a lookout.
I mean, the movie's not out yet, or even through pre-production, but it's happening.
I don't think I knew that.
Oh, it's happening. Yeah,
That's wild.
yeah. He's the right guy for it too. He did that PUBG short film.
That was dope.
Yeah, he did that.
So wait, so who would play Snake? Who could play Snake?
I don't know. It just wilds me out thinking about it.
I mean, for the longest time.
I want Alexander Skarsgård as Snake though. Is my choice.
Alexander Skarsgård. Which Skarsgård is that one?
I love. He's the really hot dude who was in the Tarzan movie.
From
He was on True Blood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want him as Solid Snake 100%.
I could see that.
If
I
you want
guess
to
I could see that.
like, I mean, I don't know I'm not 100% sure what a hot dude is, but I watched that Tarzan movie, and I was like, oh, man. I was like, I got it.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like Legend of Tarzan. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. It had Christoph Waltz and Samuel L. Jackson in it.
Did it?
Which is like a real lottery ticket.
Also,
Because those are two great guys who are in some bad stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Sam Jackson's been in some terrible movies.
I did not know that they were coming out with it. Well, this is not a bad movie. I actually love this movie. It's probably problematic at this
Oh,
point.
let's hear it. I think I know.
Shaft.
Yeah, the new Shaft movie.
I didn't know they were coming out with a new Shaft.
Which is called Shaft, and then there was previously a film called Shaft, and one before that called Shaft. I love it.
I love the first Shaft. Well, the
old
Sam Jackson.
Oh, the Sam Jackson Shaft was okay.
Because it had young Christian Bale in it, and that was the first time I realized Christian Bale was not. He was from the UK.
He was in Empire of the Sun. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
A
He was a
beautiful
baby
film.
in that
Yeah,
one.
he was a little baby child. He was the main dude though.
Yeah.
The main baby.
But in Shaft, he plays this like really arrogant rich guy who's like, "Hey, Tupac." He's like really racist, and he murders a guy. And then Shaft comes for his ass. If you haven't
Shaft
seen
comes
it,
and gets him.
Busta Rhymes is in it.
Yeah, that movie's actually really good.
It's dope.
Yeah, I like that movie a
It
lot.
was John Singleton.
Man, Quentin Tarantino's Django Unchained, like, he like describes it as like a prequel to Shaft because his girlfriend's name or his wife's name is Brunhilde von Shaft.
Oh, interesting.
And he's like, in my headcanon, after the way Quentin Tarantino talks, in my headcanon or whatever he says, after the movie ends, Django, who doesn't have a last name, takes the name von Shaft, and then their next generation shortens it to Shaft. And it's like, okay, way to go, Quentin Tarantino. Just be like,
taking credit for Shaft.
I'm the dad of Shaft now.
I'm Shaft's dad.
I'm Shaft's dad now.
I'm a bad mother shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Quentin, sometimes you just gotta shut your mouth.
Yeah, I love it. But, oh, yeah. I can't wait to play Gears of War 5 and have Marcus Phoenix and his son saying nice over and over again.
Nice.
Nice. That's not how he says it, but that's how I say it. Anyway, as I was saying, Alexander Skarsgård in that Tarzan movie, he's got more visible muscle division. That movie is The Division. Because he's got separation of just every single possible region of every muscle on his body. And I'm like, he looks like he's been living. He literally does look like he's been living in the woods. Like, I don't know how they did it. Because the Legend of Tarzan movie actually picks up from, I believe, the third Tarzan book. I read all the Tarzan books again last year, just as a... I'm looking for something in Tarzan. So he... he like lives. He goes back from the jungle, lives in British society, becomes a rich man because he was, the child of rich people who were shipwrecked in a deserted area. And he goes back and he becomes a rich person, and then he has to go back into the jungle to stop some sort of weird business problem. Oh, nice. Does that open up the control point?
Yeah, I think so.
So you see Tarzan wearing clothes, and then at one point they finally go into the jungle, and there's some gorillas, and they're looking at him. And then he's like, he looks over at his wife, and he's like, I gotta go out here now. And he like starts taking his suit off, and like starts walking on his knuckles. Just transforms into a beast. And I'm like, wow, this dude's a monster. And that's why I want him to play Marvel Cinematic Universe Wolverine, and also to play Solid Snake. Yeah. Also, I think he's got the right face for Solid Snake.
Yeah, he's got those sharp features.
He was in the Jeremy Saulnier movie Hold the Dark last year. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't see that one.
It was a Netflix original movie, but I saw it in the theater because I'm an idiot who likes seeing movies by directors I like in the theater. And it was not my favorite movie, but he was real good in that. Yes. I'm saying Alexander Skarsgård as Snake. Everybody else, tell me who you think should play Snake.
You know who I saw? Someone sent me, actually my friend, shout out to my friend Ray.
Yeah, what's up, Ray?
He sent me a really cool like mock-up of...
My buddies, the Rats.
Oh yeah, those are your friends. Shout out to your friends. Look at them go. He sent me these really cool, like people for whatever reason like to Photoshop actors into like Solid Snake attire and facial hair, which I think is fantastic. By the way, please keep doing that for everyone. You are doing a huge service for all of us. And someone put like Chris Evans.
Oh God.
Someone put Tom Hardy, and then someone put I think it was Christian Bale actually. Christian Bale as the final. I'm gonna show you after we're done with the stream. Maybe follow me on Twitter if you want to see it. But I was like,
follow him on Twitter.
I don't think this is a bad idea.
David Hayter cannot play live action Snake. No. Mads Mikkelsen as somebody. Yeah, put Mads in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Kojima loves that guy.
I think Kojima would give the blessing, like, you know.
Yeah, he would love to have Mads.
Let
in
his
that
boy
movie.
Mads.
Kojima's attachment to the Metal Gear Solid movie is something I don't understand since he's not at Konami. Very, very strange.
That is weird.
But I love Tom Hardy as well, but I don't know about Tom Hardy as Solid Snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Snake should be more of a weird guy.
I also don't think Chris Evans had. I think I already did the side mission, but we'll do it again for the stream. This is maybe how we'll end the stream. But I don't know. I love Chris Evans, but I can't see him as my boy.
It was weird to
It's my boy
see.
Snake.
I think a lot of those Marvel people have gotten so saturated in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that it's really genuinely weird to see them pop outside of it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
Even with Snowpiercer, I was like weirded out that
It's Captain
that
America.
Captain America. It's like he'd only been Captain America like twice at that point, and it's like here he is in Snowpiercer. I'm like, that's Captain America though.
That's Cap.
So someone is saying Wyatt Russell. Oh, Kurt Russell's big boss. Man, you know who sucks? I'm gonna tell you who sucks. You want to know who sucks as an actor? Is Scott Eastwood, Clint Eastwood's son.
He's not great.
He's like a Calvin Klein underwear model or whatever.
He just
and
looks
good
a
on
lot
him.
like him.
He looks a lot like young Clint Eastwood, but way hotter.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
in like a really boring way.
He was in Fast and Furious, right? The
Yeah, he
last
was in the Fast 8. Yeah. So
Yeah.
they're like setting him up as the goddamn Paul Walker replacement. I
Yeah.
guess. I mean, and I guess they do need a Paul Walker replacement character because there's, I mean, not that you can replace Paul Walker per se, but like the dynamic of the group is just totally wrong because there's a person missing.
Right.
There's an actual human missing, and they need to put somebody in there. So they made this this FBI agent character who comes to love the group of rascals, but he's just not good.
No, I don't think he's good. I agree.
And I don't know that series. They got 2 more Fast movies to make.
They got
They got 9
I almost
and
said
10.
Calvin and Hobbes.
Calvin and Hobbes. Dom. Well, yeah. So this is what I'm saying is that Dom and Hobbes looks so good.
It looks amazing.
I'm like screaming at it. I refuse to watch the trailer with sound.
Oh man.
I refuse to watch it on my TV. I just am watch. If I see it on Twitter, I like press play and like scrub forward a little bit.
It's good.
Yeah, it looks so good.
It's like because those movies have mastered the art of like just owning how stupid and silly they are.
Yeah.
Like
I thought 8 wasn't quite as good as 7, which is kind of saying something. I mean, that's not really saying much because 7 was fantastic.
yeah.
But they're bringing Justin Lin back for the last one.
Oh, cool. So this
yeah.
is the last one.
No, there's 9 and then 10.
Oh my God, this is becoming Kingdom Hearts now.
Yeah, except I definitely understand all the character relationships
Absolutely.
in this one.
I know who everyone in Organization 13 is.
I'll admit the one I've seen the least is Fast 4.
That's the weakest one.
It is definitely the weakest one. Fast and Furious.
And like the title is even like, don't even watch this.
I love how the title has a different naming convention every time. I love that.
Fate. I said Fast 10 is gonna be Fasten your seatbelts.
Fast and Fasten the Furious.
Fasten. Oh God.
Fasten the seatbelts. Okay, Kyle Fersen says, I changed my mind. Alexander Skarsgård for sure is Snake. See, I'm right.
Why am I looking over my?
All you got to do is look up Skarsgård Tarzan and like just see like a picture of him without his shirt.
Skarzan?
Skarzan. Yeah, that's definitely what I called. Man, that movie sucked though. I say that as like the world's big boyest Tarzan fan. I'm like a huge Tarzan fan.
You're a big boy too, so
Yeah,
it checks out.
I'm a tall man and I like Tarzan.
There you go.
What can I say?
What more do you have to say, really?
I mean, I love those Tarzan things. But also, I think he should play Marvel Cinematic Universe Wolverine. I would like Tom Hardy to play Marvel Cinematic Universe Wolverine.
That's gonna be so hard for me to accept eventually, though. I mean, I'll get over it. I think everyone will.
Yeah.
But like not seeing my boy,
I thought,
huge. Ackman?
I just remember thinking Huge Ackman. I remember thinking I had a band called Huge Ackman once in Japan.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we were called Huge Ackman. We played 3 shows. I'm one of those guys who had like a different band every couple of weeks as like a funny joke, and then one regular main band. You know, you combine members and you change them. Yeah, so Tom Hardy is playing Venom, and Venom might be rolled into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so they might not have him as...
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, I remember thinking the only person who could do it for me is Tom Hardy after Logan, right? It's like...
Whoa!
Is that guitar?
Look
stuck
at that
in the
guitar
air?
stuck in the air.
Shoot.
Yeah, shoot it.
Oh, you bonked it out of the air.
Someone clip that for your boy.
But then I saw that Hugh Jackman was like, the only actor I would like to play Wolverine after me, it must be Tom Hardy. And I was like, wow.
Whoa.
I agree with Hugh Jackman.
What if they make Wolverine Venom?
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, why not?
God, they're going to have every single Marvel Comics character in their universe at some point. And they just have to write them in as, because they're committed to never doing a flashback. So they're committed to always having time move forward, except that Captain Marvel was a flashback.
Yeah,
I realized. But that's on purpose.
Oh, I haven't seen Ant-Man and the Wasp, and it's on Netflix.
Yeah, I just saw that was on there like the other day, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I guess I'll watch that.
Yeah, I guess I'll finally watch it.
Yeah, I watched the first one and kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah, same.
It's got Paul Rudd in it.
It's got my boy, I'm blanking on his name, the Mexican cat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know him. It's got that other guy too. What's his name? The old guy. Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas. It's
Yeah.
got T.I.'s in it.
T.I.'s in it. Who plays the Wasp?
Oh, the Evangeline Lilly.
Evangeline Lilly. Not
Lost.
Angelina Joe Lilly.
No, that's a different Joe Lilly.
Evangelina Joe Lilly?
That's a different Lily.
Oh, God. I said in my video the other day that Angelina Jolie I consider her the official Maleficent. And then I got like a million angry comments being like, no, the lady who voices Maleficent in Kingdom Hearts also voices her in cartoons and theme park rides. And I was like, yeah, but there's a Maleficent 2 movie coming out. And live action is more popular. People are like, you fool.
You fool.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm just really talking out of my hat there. I know, I understand it, but I just had a good time with it.
I like how they mark enemies here that clearly have the better loot.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They're like, you wanna take this guy out for sure.
If you want to shoot for loot, shoot right here, bud friend. So, wait, so Batman is definitely not Ben Affleck anymore, right?
No, I don't, well, he's doing one more, I think.
One more he's doing, is he?
Yeah, I think so.
I thought, I mean, there was some news like last week. I don't really know what it was because I don't click that stuff, you know? My job is to know everything
Yeah.
about video games. Sometimes I know everything about movies, but only on accident. No, he's not. He's out. He's definitively out.
Oh, he's out.
Yeah, we've
Okay.
got several people saying, okay. John Hamm as Batman seems cool, but I think Batman's a cursed role. I think it's a cursed role.
Oh, I broke his armor. That's cool.
Much like anything in Star Wars used to be a cursed role,
Whoa!
except Harrison Ford.
I gotta hit my ibuprofen bot.
Oh yeah, Ibubot. I think Batman is cursed. I think
Superman too.
yeah, Superman is a cursed role. Henry Cavill's cool.
He's cool, but
He was good in Mission Impossible 6. I think the mustache was a good idea for trying to break out of looking like Superman.
yeah, like I mean, he was still like a pretty boy, but he was just like a pretty boy with a stash.
Yeah. Mission Impossible 6, in case you haven't seen it, I've mentioned this on so many streams. You've got to watch Mission Impossible 6.
So good.
Yeah, and Matt Reeves is directing the new Batman film, and Matt Reeves is a goddarn genius. He did Dawn of the Planet of the Apes,
Oh, nice.
and War for the Planet of the Apes was one of the most incredible films that I've seen in years. It's so strange. It's incredibly... Did you see War for the Planet
No,
of the Apes?
I didn't see that one.
It is incredible to watch a very long, very well-paced, classically plotted film about computer animated chimpanzees killing the last humans on Earth. Half of the film is sign language.
Wow.
It's like so weird.
I like when they take risks like that. Like more movies should just take, like especially action movies or like thrillers like that.
Yeah,
Just go for it.
yeah. It's and it's got Woody Harrelson in like one of the best roles he's ever played.
My boy Woody.
He plays a human just on the verge of losing his mind as the human civilization, as the ultimate true collapse of the human civilization comes into a horrifying view. Are those Astro headphones clamped over that monitor? Can you get up to them? Over to the right. Oh wait, that looks close, but it's like clamped on the monitor over there to the right, other side, other right. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
They fell off. Those do look like Astros.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty close.
Microphone
What
on
kind
the left.
of look at this game controller. What is that? It looks like a 360 controller.
Yeah, it looks kind of like one. Yeah, so War for the Planet of the Apes is so good, and when I heard he's directing a Batman movie, I'm like, well, that guy's 100 times more talented than Christopher Nolan has ever been.
Ooh.
So, sign me up.
What am I doing? Check on the community members.
Check on the community members.
Is everybody okay? Everybody all right? Are we good? Can I leave now? Can I go home? What am I supposed to do?
I'm going to go home early today because I got to play that new video game that I've got.
The one you can't talk about?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could talk about it. But
I also have to play a game I can't talk about.
You can't talk about your game either?
No, I can't.
I can talk about my game next Wednesday.
Yeah, I'll talk about my game next week.
Maybe
so
there'll
stay
even be a video from me.
Oh wait, there's a meter thing it's tracking. Okay, hold on, let's go. Were those the community members? What is going on?
I love community members, man.
Shout out to our community members. Those are the only ones I want to check in on.
So the director
here.
I like better than Matt Reeves is like one of my favorite, but I also like James Gray, who directed the movie The Lost City of Zed, and he's directing a film that comes out this year called Ad Astra.
Who was in Lost City of Zed? It was the kid
It was
in
Charlie
Tron?
Hunnam.
Yeah,
Charlie Hunnam, Tom Holland, and then it was Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson was fantastic. That's a really good actor.
I don't know what
I know he's from Twilight, but dude's got huge talent.
I'm supposed to be doing something here, or I think the game was supposed to have like registered something, but it's not.
It sure didn't.
So I'm just like stuck. I think.
Yeah, I've seen Two Lovers. Someone's asking in the chat. That's a fantastic film. Lost City of Zed was so good. I like could not breathe for like a whole 10-minute segment like late in that movie.
Are y'all okay?
Mr. Data is having a But yeah, this movie Ad Astra is like, it popped on my radar like last year, and I was like, oh my god, I need to see this movie. Like, it's like Brad Pitt is as an astronaut who goes into space to find his father, Tommy Lee Jones. And it's like, first of all, you get Brad and Tommy. Tommy Lee Jones once was in space in the film Space Cowboys.
Oh my god. Forgot about that.
But man, this movie sounds like, I mean, this director and a premise like that sounds like a movie that cannot do any wrong. So I was thinking, there was a reason I was wanting to talk about Batman apropos of this, and it was, this kind of feels like if Christopher Nolan made The Last of Us movie and then they made a video game out of it, it's like that's what this would be.
Yeah. I don't think I'm not supposed to go back this way. I think after I do that, something... What? What's happening?
Is that somebody dropped some firecrackers? Is that Captain Crunch?
What the hell is going on?
Have you ever mixed Captain Crunch and Rice Krispies?
No.
Who in the chat is a friend of cereal mixing? Because I love to mix cereals because you get a variety of textures. I eat cereal once per week, Saturday night. Because my carb loading day, my carb cycling. Every other day, strictly business. I'm going to give you all a tip. If you eat consistently, you eat food that is cooked at low temperatures, using no oil, and no artificial colorings, no preservatives. When you are done eating, your plate will look like a serial killer's backyard. However,
Oh my god.
the tiniest splash of room temperature tap water will completely wash it clean. Because healthy food doesn't stain. Don't eat anything that stains plastic, bro.
Whoa.
Is what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to eat something that literally leaves stains on plastic. So that's what I don't do.
That's a good call.
So eat all your food raw. Beets, now, beets suck. There's nothing healthy about beets. That always comes up as something that'll make your fingertips a weird color. So people in the chat, are we talking about fruity and chocolate? Did I ever mix fruity and chocolate? I mixed Fruit Loops and Cocoa Krispies last week, weirdly enough. Frosties and Sugar Puffs. Ooh, are you from England, Sunglasses Cats? Because they call Frosted Flakes Frosties. I like to mix Frosties with
Wendy's Frosties?
I like to mix Frosted Flakes with Honey Nut Cheerios.
Whoa.
Just like a little tiny puffy crunchy cereal. Frosted Flakes mixed with Rice Krispies, that's good. Like, I mean, it's a very conservative. I remember my buddy McCune coming over to my house and being like, I was like, you want to come over and eat some cereal, dude? He's like, yeah, dude, I'll be there in like 10 minutes. And he came over, and he's like, what cereals you got, man? And I'm like, oh. And I pull out, like, Honey Bunches of Oats, Raisin Bran Crunch, plain Captain Crunch, Rice Krispies, Cocoa Krispies.
Those all sound good.
He's like, don't you have any Crunch Berries? You got, like, the weirdest cereal
Those
here.
aren't weird. Those
I'm
are
like,
great.
Like, you telling me my cereal's weird?
No, man. Those are good cereals.
And he's like, you don't have Crunch Berries? I'm like, man.
Come on, man. I ain't 9.
Yesterday I described a particular person as an oops all berries capitalist. And we're definitely not going to get into what that conversation was about. But McCune is an oops all berries cereal eater. Oops all burials.
Oops all burials.
That's the game about being a grave digger. Yeah. Oh, Daisuke Muchiha's like, y'all still playing this?
Yeah, we still are. We're gonna wrap up soon. I'm gonna try to intervene in this public execution.
I wore my coat in this room. If I can't take it off now because I would smell like a dead body ate dog food if I took this off.
Whoa!
It would come exasperating out
Look
of
at them.
me.
The way look at them slide.
A shark in the ocean would smell my blood if I took this jacket off right now, and it would come leaping through the side of the building.
What's this? What's this red icon? I'm
Daisuke
running
Muchiha
past?
says that was a LERP if I ever saw one. LERP, linear interpolation, not to be confused with LRRP.
No, that's different. That's much different.
Long Range Reconnaissance Patrol, a Army Special Forces assignment. If anyone's been watching True Detective Season 3, it is fantastic and perfectly beautiful television. So, watch that one. Oh, a slurp is a smooth linear interpolation. AARP is the American Association of Retired Persons. However, as per the AP or Associated Press stylebook as of this year, you do not spell it out even in a first reference.
This is where I died last time.
They've been rebranded as their
Oh, I gotta. No.
AP. Just AARP.
God, they're the worst.
Oh my God. These people, they want their cereal. They want their Captain Crunch.
They want to crunch these berries.
Every man under my command. Wow!
Yeah, that was cool.
That person died. That was actually really cool.
That was very cool and disturbing.
Yeah, I mean, I've never,
I gotta protect the hostages.
Some programmer loved getting that just right. That was incredible.
Oh, God, I can't hit from here. Oh, nice. Good job, hostage. How?
So that True Detective Season 3 is, I don't want to hear anything about it because I have not watched the most recent episode. And I'm not going to watch any more until I can watch all of them in a row. But it is incredibly good for a variety of great reasons. I already liked Mahershala Ali. I already liked him. But he has proven... He proved in the first episode of that show that he is
a real deal,
real movie star. You know, I mean,
yeah.
There's movie stars and there's like real movie stars, right?
Yeah, he's the truth.
Like he's I mean, he's already won a goddamn Oscar. You know, what else does he need? He doesn't really need a compliment from me. But
it helps.
He's so good in that show. Have you seen this True Detective Season 3?
No, not yet. Everyone's been telling me to watch it.
Yeah, it's real good. He plays, I mean, without giving too much away, he plays 3 roles in this show because he plays one guy in 3 parts of his life.
I can't.
In a circular narrative where it keeps coming back around, filling in gaps, and it's really smart, incredibly smart.
I'm gonna get it.
Oh, is this poison? What is this?
No, it's like outside of the boundary of like where I'm allowed to go. But
For
there's
the beta?
yeah, there's shit here. Hold on. I'm gonna get it again. Get it.
So you're not dying, you're just being teleported.
Yeah, just being politely asked to go back.
I love it.
I got all 3 things though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
They're just putting
follow
that
the
loot out there.
rules.
That's like when my doctor put a bucket of popcorn on the table and then put a gun to my head and said he's going to shoot me if I eat any of it.
Damn.
I probably shouldn't be going
Yeah, you should
going
be
to
right
the
in front
doctor in the back
man.
of the grocery store.
Yeah, that's not the place you want to go get checked up. It's the last place.
Welcome back to the Hunger Bunker.
Speaking of which, I think this is probably where we're gonna end the stream today. Thanks for everyone joining us on this casual ass Friday stream.
Yeah, this is the right kind of stream.
Yeah. Oh, look, your friends again.
I should have taken my jacket off before we came in here.
That's why I took my little shirt off.
I had an idea for a stream. Everybody, tweet at me if, at 108 on Twitter. Paul is at POLIMAYO.
Yeah.
On Twitter. You can actually see his Twitter handle whenever he pauses the game.
Yeah, check me out.
But where is it? What's its location?
Maybe I got it like this.
Yeah, it's on the map. I don't know, where is it?
I don't know.
Heck, it's when he dies.
Yeah,
You
maybe
see
I
it.
gotta die.
But I have an idea for a stream, which is this. I have acquired the entire series
Oh my God.
of Doom books from 1993 through 1999. I would read a whole Doom book on one stream. It would take me about 5 hours.
That sounds incredible.
Should I do it? If I should, I need everyone to send me footage. If you love Doom, Dropbox me footage of you playing your favorite Doom levels or your favorite custom WADs or whatever, and I'll just have it playing in the background while I read the book.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's my idea that came up with off the top of my head.
That's fantastic.
Tweet it at me and Kotaku.
Do it.
To like encourage me to do it.
Do it right now.
If I get 100 people, maybe okay, I'll make a tweet. How about this? I'll make a tweet. Everybody, just tweet at me if you want me to do that. But I want videos of people's favorite WADs to play in the background while I do this. I debated, like, could I do it, like, I want to read the Doom book and do, like, a audiobook version of it and then act it out using Doom WADs. It's like, I don't want to sign myself up for a 600-hour work project. So instead, I'll just read the book for 5 hours on the stream. I will read the whole book.
That sounds amazing.
It's so funny. It has a really good sense of humor. Someone asks, speaking of sense of humor, does True Detective Season 3 have a sense of humor from Season 1? I really missed it in 2. Season 2 is a very different thing. True Detectives are all... like, the whole idea is that it's a different thing every season.
Yeah.
3 initially feels a lot more like Season 1 than Season 2 did, but Season 3 is very much its own thing. And it does have some pretty decent jokes in it. Like, there's some parts that I lolled at. But, I mean, it obviously is very, very dire. Written by a novelist who wishes he was James Ellroy. But he's got the power of like 90s alt-lit on his side.
Wait, so I got a question for you. Should I watch Season 1 or Season 3 first?
Ah, heck. Well, the whole idea is you obviously, you're asking this question because you know they're different, obviously.
Right.
So, I mean, because if you didn't know they were different, you would have just
assumed
you have to start with Season 1. Yeah, so, I mean, if you're looking for something to watch, if you're looking to kill like 8 hours in one shot, obviously the first season is good for you. But I think maybe if you've got HBO, just get in on Season 3.
Just jump right in
and watch it, and then be the guy who watched Season 3 first.
Yeah, maybe
because I mean that guy's perspective will be valuable when Season 4 comes out, for example, right? So it's like, watch Season 3, and if you like it, chill with Season 1.
Word.
And then if Season 1 is the greatest thing you've ever seen, watch Season 2.
just for the comparison.
Yeah, if not, so I love Season 2, and I know people are gonna love Season 2 like 10 years from now. There's gonna be people still talking about it.
Your kids are gonna love it.
Yeah, I know that it's like a Batman Begins version of Twin Peaks. It's like what Season 2 is.
Whoa.
I love comparing stuff to Christopher Nolan because, I mean, he left a mark. You know, the guy left a mark. What can I say? So, yeah, season 2 is Christopher Nolan's Twin Peaks. But in a really, really stupid, weird way, and I actually liked it. Oh, is that the Wicked Witch of the West?
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, it was odd.
All right, well, that was our stream for today. Be sure to follow us for any other additional stream potential update.
Yeah, press that
ideas.
subscribe button.
Yeah, subscribe to our Twitch channel. Why not? We've been doing this more regularly, and I think our streams have gotten better. But yeah, if you want to hear and see more of us, thanks for tuning in for today. At least have a good weekend, everybody, and we'll see you around.
Yeah, next time we're gonna have even more fun, and share your cereal recipes with us next time.